Hey CrossFit, we've got a fun little workout for today. Today is Saturday, March 28th, I believe. I'm not sure what day it is. You probably don't know what day it is either. I'm going to go through the warm-up. We're going to go through this twice through. I want you to start out by grabbing a jump rope or running in place or going for a little bit of a jog. Just something to get the heart rate up a little bit. If you want to, go overboard, do about 20 burpees. But something to get kind of warmed up, and then go through this list. We're going to go through it 2 times. We're going to start out by doing just regular air squats. We're going to get in that nice air squat position, our feet right underneath our hips. Make sure we keep our chest up. We're feeling our whole foot. We're going to get 15 air squats in. Once we get 15 of these in, we're going to bring our feet so that they're touching and close together, and we're going to get 15 more in. Again, using that counterbalance, make sure that you're hinging at the hips first, shooting your butt back, still driving those knees out, but our feet are going to be close together. Just working on a little bit of ankle mobility here, as well as continuing to warm up the squat and the hips. We're going to go right into a total of 10 straddle inchworms. So this is just a little bit different than a regular inchworm. We're going to get in a straddle position, so our feet are going to be kind of far apart. We're still going to keep our back nice and flat, start to get those hamstrings to get a little bit of a stretch in them. We're going to do our push up into our up dog and our down dog, and then walk your hands back into that tabletop position. You're going to feel that in your hamstrings a little bit more, as well as in your hips. Keeping those feet nice and wide apart. So we've got 10 straddle inchworms. And then we're going to go into 10 rollover to V-sits. This is back to our old programming. Back when we were doing Train for the Win, we're going to basically find enough space where we can roll over and then come up into a V-sit and a straddle stretch. We're just going to reach for a couple seconds. Then you're going to bring your hands back to the outside of your legs. Get back into a rollover position, and then back into that V-sit or that straddle position, and just reach for just a couple seconds. So we've got 10 of those. Roll over to V-sits. And then we're going to stay in that straddle position, and we're just going to spend about 30 seconds in 3 different positions, okay? So the first position, we're going to go ahead and keep it neutral. Just reaching down the middle here. We're going to spend 30 seconds here, then we're going to try to sit back up, adjust so that we're looking at our foot, so we're kind of adjusting our whole torso over to our left foot. We're going to reach over there for 30 seconds, and then sit back up, adjust your torso so that you're looking at your right foot, and stretch over to your right foot for 30 seconds. So some of you might not be able to reach very far like me, but that's okay as long as you're feeling that underneath all the way down to your ankle and to your calf and under your hamstring. You're going to feel a nice stretch here, as well as in the groin area. All right, then once we get through our straddle reaches, we've got 10 seated to handstands without using our knees. So that's just kind of a fun little warm up, a fun little exercise. Basically what I want you to do is get in this straddle position, and we're trying to stand up without our hands or our knees touching the ground. So there is a penalty here. If you end up having your knees touch the ground like this, right? You stand up, you got 5 burpees as a penalty, okay? So there's different ways that you can do this. I've seen people kind of get into a pistol position, stand up from there. That's totally fine. I've also seen people get into like a crisscross position and then stand up from there, okay? So we're just trying to make our way from the floor to a standing position without using our knees or our hands touching the floor. All right, and then we're gonna practice our single-legged squats here. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and go for it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our feet together. We're gonna do our full squat, and ideally what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift up one of our legs, we're gonna extend it, bring it back into that full squat position, or that close together squat position, and then stand up from there. So you're just going to alternate and do 5 on one side and then 5 on the other side, where you're hopefully getting down into that deep squat, extending one of the feet, bringing it back together, and then standing up from there. From there, we've got 5 and 5 of our dumbbell windmills. So again, we're gonna get kind of a straddle position here. Hopefully I don't hit the ceiling. We're gonna reach up with our dumbbell. Our opposite hand is just gonna trace down that leg. We're gonna keep our eye on that dumbbell as much as we can. So think about holding a glass of water in your palm. So you kind of wanna rotate that shoulder as you come up from it, so that hopefully you're not spilling that glass of water as you're coming up. And yes, I am hitting the ceiling here. 5 and 5 of those, and then we're gonna just round it out with 15 kettlebell swings. Okay, so let's just go Russian kettlebell swings. Make sure that we're loading the hamstrings, firing the glutes, and then pulling that kettlebell back down. We can just demo this real quick. We're just gonna pull that kettlebell back down. As soon as it gets weightless, load the hamstrings, fire the glutes, and we'll get 15 good kettlebell swings in to round it out. I want you to go through this one more time. So 2 times through. Should take you about 10 minutes or 12 minutes to get through this list twice. Good luck.